everybody, welcome back to Electric Tornado. Today is Sunday, July 20th, and today we're going to go over our severe weather forecast for the United States. Let's start with our slight risk up here in South Dakota and southern North Dakota. This slight risk includes the cities of Bismarck, Jamestown, Aberdeen, Miller, Pierre, Mobridge, McLaughlin, Standing Rock Indian Reservation, where some scattered severe storms will be possibly. I think these will be pretty scattered, but there will be a few scattered storms coming through this area. We can see a few rounds of this, so yeah. And then if we go to tornado risk, we do have a tornado risk over here, which includes Pierre, Miller, Aberdeen, Standing Rock Indian Reservation, Bismarck, and Jamestown, where these areas could see a few scattered tornadoes. So let's stay weather aware for that area, as tornadoes will also be a possibility inside the slight risk. We also could see some hail up to 2 inches in diameter today as well over here. So yeah. And then we do have a marginal risk going around it. The marginal risk includes western Minnesota, includes Sioux Falls, Fargo, Minot, Williston, Dickinson, Billings, North Platte, Lincoln, Omaha, Des Moines, Kansas City, northern Kansas, northeastern Colorado, and eastern Colorado, St. Louis, Bloomington, Springfield. I didn't mean to say that. I mean Cedar Rapids. That would be our marginal risk for this area. So there will also be sky severe weather in that area as well. So be aware if you live in this area for any kind of severe weather. We can see all hazards and the slight risk as some isolated tornado too will be a possibility. And then we have another slight risk over here, going through eastern Illinois into southern central Indiana, southwest Ohio, into northeast Kentucky, into western West Virginia, where some storms will be a possibility and could produce damaging winds up to 70 miles per hour. Some of these could be lines, some of these could be clusters of storms. We also see some flooding risks over here as well. And hail will be on the small side of things, so I think we'll see small hail over here. And we do have a chance for a tornado over here by Burlington, Quincy, Springfield, Bloomington, Urbana, Indianapolis, Bloomington, Cincinnati, Hamilton, Dayton, Maysville, Louisville, and Lexington. If you're in any of those cities or close to those cities, be aware for an isolated tornado or two, as some of these clusters and lines of storms could produce a tornado. It has a chance to. It's not our biggest concern. The biggest concern over here will be severe thunderstorms. And then we do got marginal risk going around Kentucky, into West Virginia, northern North Carolina, Maryland, all of Delaware, southern and central New Jersey, and almost all of Pennsylvania, where some isolated severe thunderstorms will be a possibility. This includes Columbus, Wheeling, Pittsburgh. There's a lot of cities, and I don't really want to say all of them. It includes Washington, Philadelphia, New York, Providence, Boston, Columbus, and Indianapolis, and Bloomington for the big ones. Also includes St. Louis, where some scattered severe weather will be a possibility. I think we could see some scattered severe weather around Springfield and Columbus today as well. So central Ohio, stay aware for scattered severe weather today as well. Even up here in Marion, Muncie, Logansport, and Lafayette could also see some severe weather fairly soon. So stay aware for that. Then we got another slight risk up here. This includes Rhode Island, Connecticut, Massachusetts, southern New Hampshire, southern Vermont, southern New York. Guys, I'm saying too much, but northeastern Pennsylvania, northern New Jersey, and those areas will possibly see some severe weather today as well, because we do have a tornado risk for this area as well. We have 3 tornado risks today, so I think we'll at least see 1 tornado warning. But yeah, we do have a tornado risk up here. It includes southern New York. It includes, Danbury, Bridgeport, New Haven, Waterbury, Hartford, Springfield, Albany, Franklin, Concord, Lowell. Even goes up into Maine and includes Augusta, Lewiston, Ossipee, and those locations. It includes all those locations where some isolated tornado or two will be a possibility over here. So stay aware and be ready for anything. This is actually kind of close to New York, so yeah. We do have a wind risk over here as well, so we can see winds up to 70 miles per hour, 60, 55 to 70 miles per hour. And small hail will also be a possibility over here, just small hail. So, yeah. Stay weather aware if you're in any of those areas, especially if you're in western Massachusetts. So, yeah, stay safe for that. And then, let's look at our Day 2 outlook for tomorrow, July 21st. For July 21st, we have a marginal risk over here expanding from eastern Montana through North Dakota and South Dakota into Nebraska, where some scattered severe weather will be a possibility over here. Isolated tornado 2 will also be a possibility over here, as we do have a tornado risk for this area, as you guys can see. If we do see tornadoes tomorrow, it'd likely be in South Dakota, near the Pierre area, Miller, Aberdeen, Clark, Standing Rock Indian Reservation. So I think we probably could see isolated tornado 2 tomorrow in South Dakota, in those areas in South Dakota. Severe isolated severe thunderstorms will be a possibility as well tomorrow in these areas. And then some small hail will also be a possibility in those areas tomorrow. Then we have another marginal risk down here, expanding into Kentucky through Tennessee, includes Nashville, Tennessee, going into Atlanta, includes Gainesville, Augusta, Columbia, Charlotte, Fayetteville, Wilmington, Raleigh, and those locations, as we do have a marginal risk expanding through there. That includes all of South Carolina. Or some scattered severe weather will be a possibility. In my opinion, I think we could see isolated tornado too, but it's not the big concern. The big concern will be severe thunderstorms, and no hail will be expected. So this will just be a chance for some scattered severe thunderstorms for that day. Let's look at our Day 3 outlook for July 22nd. Alright. This is on Tacos Tuesday, I think. We do have a marginal risk over here for July 21st. It includes Nebraska, South Dakota, Minnesota, into northwest Wisconsin, and western UP of Michigan, where some scattered severe weather will be a possibility. I think we could also see an isolated tornado or two with this. But yeah, this includes Minneapolis, Sioux Falls, Bismarck, Pierre, Rapid City, Duluth, Houghton, and probably a lot of other cities in there too, to be honest. And that was our severe weather outlook for today. Let's go over our tropical development outlook, as we do have a tropical disturbance over here. There's a low chance for development, but I think it's still possible because we have a 10% low chance for 2-day developments, and 7% 10% low. So yeah, this is what it looks like on the satellite. Well, you can't really see it on satellite, but yeah, that's where that will be possible to see some tropical development, but it's pretty low chance. Then we have another tropical disturbance chance over here. Day 2, 20% low, and Day 7, 20% low, where tropical development will be a possibility over there as well. So just keep your eyes on that, as it could eventually move into the United States. We also do have this big blob of rain over here going through Illinois and parts of Iowa, which could cause some flooding, and maybe a few severe thunderstorms will be a possibility coming out of this storm as it moves east into Indiana, Illinois, and Missouri, and then eventually, hopefully, weakening. And then we do have a lot of pop-up storms expected throughout the circle today. Some pop-up storms will be a possibility, some of which could be severe within this circle. I think the ones up in Maine and New York won't be severe, but for right now we have a lot of storm rain and storms around this area. especially in northern New York and parts of Maine and northern New Hampshire. We will see some pop-up storms. We're also going to see some pop-up storms right now in western Pennsylvania, eventually heading east. A few storms will also be possible in Kentucky, eastern Kentucky and eastern Tennessee, as some storms will pop up, and some of which could be severe. Then some storms possible over there in southern Arizona and stuff like that. And yeah, let's look at our excessive rainfall outlook. Our day 1 excessive rainfall outlook. We do have a moderate risk for excessive rainfall today over here. It includes Quincy, Springfield, and Decatur over here in central Illinois, where unfortunately some flooding will be a pretty high possibility today over here. So turn around, don't drown when encountering flooded roadways, as we're going to see some flooding in Illinois, especially today. Even over there in southern Ohio and Indiana and Kentucky will have a possibility of seeing flooding today as well. So stay aware for that, as there will be a possibility for flooding in this area today. As well as some flooding will also be a possibility in Kentucky tomorrow, and on day 3 some flooding will also be possible up here. So yeah, we're just gonna expect some flooding as well. So yeah, stay aware. There's also going to be some droughts. It seems like there's going to be exceptional droughts over here that we need to keep an eye on. So drink lots of foods and everything like that. Let's look at our temperature, as we do have a heat wave coming through right now. We can see 100 degrees in the Fort Worth and Dallas area for the first time since 2021 during this heat wave. As the heat can get pretty high, especially in Kansas area. If you see white, that's a lot of heat. So this is what it could look like as a heat wave, and it comes through this area and stuff like that. Looks like it kind of peaks up a lot back here, and Wednesday. And then Tuesday. So yeah, but this is what the temperature should look like today. The peak days of heat should probably be like later today, maybe, as it could get pretty high heat in Texas, especially so today. So yeah, stay hydrated throughout this heat wave and everything, and have a good day. Stay hydrated, turn around, don't drown when encountering flooded roadways. And just have a good day and stay safe in the weather wear. Have a good day. Bye.